spend much time discussing these false prophets. I think Zimbabwe's market is having a lot of these false prophets. Most of them, they are using social media, the very social media that they are trying now to micromanage. And if you look at them, they use social media to get money, and through prophesying wrong things, especially when they can, if they take chances to predict. Political situations, give prophecies, and most of these prophecies, if you look at them, they would be nothing less than misdirected political analysis. Well, we've got another one who is trying to be relevant, obviously trying to be discussed. I think today he is in the mouth of each and every Zimbabwean. I came across through his interview, but when I was searching for the visuals, I couldn't find them anymore. But anyway, I've got some snippets of what he has said. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So there is this fake prophet called J. Israel Senior. I think that is how he is appearing. In fact, I had his interview on this one of the stations in Zimbabwe. Most probably, that is why they gave him airtime, because he was going to capitalize on behalf of ZANU PF. So what he was saying very, very bad things about journalists in Zimbabwe, saying what journalists are speaking about ZANU PF in foreign land, it is untrue on social media, something which is a lie. And obviously such prophets, they are speaking to gain favor with the regime that is autocratic, that is abusing people. And also he has actually said Temba Goringo would never set his foot in Zimbabwe or South Africa. Just imagine. And they posted saying this: "Dear Zimbabweans, never insult the highest office of the land. Temba Gorimbo is a sellout." Just imagine someone who is supposed to be called a man of God. That these are some of the indications that should show you that these are false prophets, by the way, using such a strong political language. I'm also a politician and a Christian on that matter, but would never actually use words like sellout. Temba Goringo is a sellout and a puppet of the colonial masters. Bankrolling him to insult, he is lying. Adopting the very same language that we are always fighting against, which is used by ZANU PF, especially against those who decide to take a stand and criticize ZANU PF. There is absolutely no one who is bankrolling Temba Goringo. I'm sure he sees as a human being the situation that is unfolding in Zimbabwe. He was once like this stupid opportunist prophet, praising ZANU PF at some point, and thank God his eyes opened up. And now he has begun to actually wage a war, join normal, sane Zimbabweans to fight against the regime of ZANU PF, which is abusing the people of Zimbabwe. So he says colonial masters bankrolling him to insult the president and government. There is absolutely, you see, you can tell that he is actually a very foolish prophet on that matter, and he is a liar. By the way, I've never even followed his sermon, but looking at what he has just put on the public platforms shows the nature of a person he is. These days I don't have to be actually passionate to these people who are taking people for a ride. That's why I call him a false prophet. These are people misrepresenting the gospel of Jesus Christ for individual, narrow individual gains. I think it has to be stated. These are individuals who are misusing the gospel of Jesus Christ for narrow individual interest. You can see by the face that this one is just a fake thing, masquerading as a prophet. Now, so he is lying because there is absolutely no one, there are no colonial masters bankrolling Temba Goringo. This is the language that ZANU PF in fact use, or the bootlickers of ZANU PF resort to use, especially when someone decides to stand up and take a stand against ZANU PF. So this is what this fake prophet of yours is actually doing. So he says, okay, let me continue. It is true that I told Temba Goringo you will never set foot in Zimbabwe or South Africa. I mean, that's so stupid. As long as he continues his open campaign of vulgar insults against the president of Zimbabwe, that is so idiotic also. This is not a threat, but it is a stand to the dignity of our head of state and the lawful order of our nation. Definitely, ZANU PF has promised him something, or maybe one of those Ugandas have actually decided to give him a tithe that will end in no time soon, and he will start also to do his tricks to bankroll. In fact, the language that he is using, that is exactly the language that he is using on his followers. These prophets are the ones who are bankrolling innocent Christians, people who go to churches, thinking, I mean, these places led by such individuals are places whereby one soul can be saved. No, there is absolutely nothing like this. I'm sure you can see what kind of a person he is. These are people after money. Notice them. When there is someone prominent, they begin to prophesy. For example, when Blessed Keza, they see that a lot of people are following Blessed Keza, they will rise up, some prophesy. I see someone dying. I see someone dying. Pray for the protection of the Lord. These chances. And when they see that there are elections, so there are coming elections in Malawi, you will see them. I mean, already some of them, maybe if you Google online, they have already started. They prophesy on popular subjects that people are discussing about. If you are a political analyst, be a political analyst, but don't use the name of God to actually, I mean, seemingly having a message, a divine message to tell to people while still lying to people. So, you can tell that this pastor who is using such a vile language, who is threatening. Just imagine the prophets, by the way, they are supposed to preach the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ. How about him doing what he maybe, if ever is called to do? That is to convert people to receive Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, rather than the nonsense that he is doing. I think I will continue to hammer this one. This one does not have to go off the hook because he came after social media. So if you come after social media will come strong on you and expose. I will try to focus even on his lies masqueraded as prophecies. We will be exposing this one. You can tell God cannot speak to such kind of mouth. There is absolutely no way. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast.